prediction is Moneykicks round 2.
We got the homie Overtflow.
Oh, is he in?
What's
up,
Overtflow? Yeah. Overtflow. Come on, man. We talking about Showstar. I told you guys on Twitter, I said, yo, tell a friend about the tour space.
Yeah,
we've had everybody. Always mention what social knockout, but Overtflow, man, come speak with us, man.
Future Showstar fighter.
Yeah,
Overtflow.
Yo,
what's good, guys?
Yo.
What's happening? Can everybody hear me? Am I good? I'm literally driving in my car to go train right now.
Oh,
man, you're good. So again, any updates on you versus FaZe Clan?
Yeah, so as far as I know, I don't know how much I can actually say because, like, obviously we're still working on everything. But I've known Frazier forever. I love the kid, great guy. But you know, I mean, I train. It's no problem for me to hop in there with one of my buddies and have a good boxing match. You know, I'm literally going right now to go train. I'm training with some MMA guys. I'm training with some UFC fighters right now. Literally, like 2 weeks ago, I got choked unconscious by one of my friends. It's not a big deal for me to go in here and fight one of my friends. But yeah, I talked with Frazier. It interests him. It's interesting to me. The boxing promotion wants to do it. It would be most likely on Showstar. I mean, they're trying to get it on this one, but man, I know that it's cutting it close, but I know that it would be on Showstar if it's to happen. And I think that it's something that's interesting. It's way more interesting than him versus Stromedy. Stromedy, A, weighs like 130 pounds, and B, nobody over the age of like 9 years old knows this kid. So he's definitely not fighting Frazier. Frazier will squish him, put him in a FaZe Cams episode or something. But yeah, me and Frazier are about the same size. We both, obviously, he's an OG FaZe member. And then I've worked with a ton of the FaZe guys. I got close connects to a ton of people. So I think that storyline is pretty cool. I've worked with FaZe. He's part of FaZe. I think there's a cool storyline in there somewhere. I think it's just a fun fight for the fans. It makes a lot of sense to me. And obviously he likes it too. So I think we're just waiting on our contracts to get sent out to us as long as this as long as Showstar agrees to do it, and as long as they have, like, obviously he needs to get paid, I need to get paid, and we need to make this thing happen. Because if we both want it, I think it's like I saw this comment. FaZe Temper and Deji cannot carry the whole event by themselves. You know, because as far as like we're concerned, man, let's be honest with each other, bro. Like Alex Wasabi, Vitaly, all these guys are huge names. They've done great things, but as far as like the community that we're really talking about, the boxing community came out of like the gaming, like vlogging community, you know, with KSI, with FaZe, with me. So you really want like more star power on there. So obviously Frazier being on there, he's huge. He's way bigger than I am, but I have the pull from the first event, and then like I feel like you know, I was one of the biggest like gaming commentators in 2016, 2017, 2018. So, and now I don't want to brag, but I'm a TikTok star over here.
Hey, talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. This is the chat. Go ahead.
So, are you trained?
But hold on. I mean, like on paper, you have experience because you have fought in London on the first KSI versus Logan's. Like you have experience, and Frazier hasn't.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that works. I think that works well too because when I go to these boxing events, I actually get, you know, it's surprising to me. It's like its own community. Obviously, you guys know all about that. You guys running stuff over here. I see it, but like the whole YouTube boxing is like its own thing. So when I go to these boxing events, it's insane to me the amount of people that like recognize me or, you know, want to take a picture with me because I beat up FaZe Sensei's hands with my liver, you know. So I think that obviously like benefits Frazier too, because even though he's huge, I have a little bit of pull from the boxing space. So I think it makes sense, bro. It makes sense. And I've done a little boxing here and there. Mostly I wrestle and do like jiu-jitsu / like MMA stuff. I've never been a boxer. I'm not a great striker. So I think that it makes a lot more sense than me fighting Sensei, because they offered me, me and Sensei have talked about doing like the rematch of me and him, but it would have to take place in MMA because the whole boxing thing just doesn't make sense. He's literally like been boxing since he could walk. It's just like, it wouldn't be fair if I told one of these guys, yo, we're going to fight, but it's going to be submissions only wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nobody's going to touch me, you know? So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it is, bro. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking up all the time and I'm talking a lot because I'm like 5 minutes away
Nah,
from
man,
where
you
I'm trying to
good.
get to. So
Nah,
I'm
man,
trying to put it all out there before I have to go train.
You did definitely good, man. Cause
Yo,
like we just want some updates. I don't know if you know this, man. Like 20 minutes ago, we had Happy Punch, Showstar, and Social Gloves all in the chat. They was listening
Oh,
at
for
the
real?
same time.
Yeah, you know what? Social
Yeah,
Gloves messaged me. I don't even know the deal with the Social Gloves page. I'm not even sure what's going on.
I don't either.
I have no idea what's going on with that. I know that I spoke with the. I was in talks to be on that card when it was going to be in Vegas, and then they moved it to Miami, and then it just ended up never happening, obviously. But then the Social Gloves, the Twitter, I don't even know. I don't even know if that's really them because they be trolling so hard on there all the time. I have no idea what's happening.
The IG page and Twitter page is two different pages. Like on the moment Social Gloves was announced on IG,
Mhm.
and then this kid Austin Mabroom stupidly didn't make a Twitter page, so
Right.
some kid hurried up and made one, and so he's been running. And Austin reached out to him and said, "Yo, you got a little bit of following, you know." So, but Austin never paid him. That dude was like, I'm about to I can ask on here. I'm about to troll people. I'm about to do this, and so he's just having fun with it.
Yeah.
So, but again, there's rumors of it come back from the dead, which we would have to wait and see. Because we think that's what Gibb versus Austin is going to be on. It's going to be on Social Gloves in the U.S. Rumored.
Yeah, the Social
So,
Gloves event, man. You know what? I'm just open because I just want to. I want to get back out there. Obviously, it was super fun. That's probably like one of the most fun experiences of my life to get out there and compete. I think it was a great time, man. I feel like I didn't even have proper, time to train or anything, and I was fighting the best guy on the card. FaZe Sensei would have beat everybody on the card that night. He would have beat, and he probably would have beat them back to back. He would have
Logan.
beat me, then
Yeah.
KSI, then Jake,
Logan.
then Logan. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
Gibb.
Like he would have
Yeah.
stomped everybody on the card, and nobody would take the fight. So for me, that was like a really fun experience, and I'd love to run it back and do it again. I think that me and FaZe Cay just makes the most sense because obviously I'm from the gaming community. I've been tight with the FaZe boys forever. It just the storyline is there and it makes the most sense to me.
I'm glad you hear one thing. I need you to explain to the people how big a following FaZe Clan has. Because I said tweets before. I said, right when Social Gloves happened, I said, it need to be FaZe Clan versus the world. You know this. Because FaZe Clan has a cult-like following. Imagine if Temper is on Showstar. Frazier on there. You're on there. Like, explain to people, like, how much that would mean to, like, the gaming community.
Oh, I think that would be huge for the gaming community. Obviously, like, there's a lot of toxicity in the gaming community, but clearly, like, we're still a community at the end of the day. And I know for a fact that when we were on like that first event, so much love came out of the gaming community because it's like we're on the world stage, bro. No matter what nobody wants to say or try to break it down and act like it's not a big deal. We sold out Manchester Arena. We had millions of pay-per-view buys, tens of millions of people seen the event. It's a huge, huge deal. This is like bigger than UFC numbers. You know what I mean? Most UFC numbers don't hit
Do
a
a
million
million.
pay-per-views. Obviously, I think the average is like 300K on a UFC event. So we did something amazing with that first event. And as far as FaZe Clan versus the world, it's something that's been talked about, man. I think it's something that could happen. And I've had private discussions with people, and it's something that interests a lot of people. Trust me, man. It's something that you guys could definitely see. As far as FaZe Clan versus the world, I would totally imagine a spot where a situation where it could be FaZe Temper versus somebody, FaZe Kay versus somebody, Jarvis versus somebody, FaZe Sensei versus somebody, me versus somebody. I know that Rug was trolling with his whole Tanner Fox boxing thing, but maybe Rug gets on there and fights somebody his size. Maybe Tico. I know Tico expressed interest in doing a little bit of boxing before. So there's a whole, and you know what? Tensor could hop on there. And I know that like some of those guys aren't in FaZe anymore, like Jarvis and Frazier, but it's close enough to where like you could really make this event happen. The whole gaming community would absolutely explode. And as far as how big FaZe Clan is, think about this. They went public with what, like a $1 billion valuation? That's how big they are. You know what I mean? I don't think that it could be expressed any more clearly than a $1 billion company, you know?
They do collabs with McDonald's. They do collabs with DC Comics. Like FaZe Clan is the same.
Exactly, as big as possible. It's literally. I think that Banks said this a while ago. He wanted to be the Nike of esports, and as far as I'm concerned, FaZe Clan is the Nike of esports. Maybe bigger.
I do say if Temper wins, that'll be good for FaZe Clan versus the world. We're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right,
And Temper's a beast, man. I've trained with him a bunch. He's a beast of a guy. So, and I think he's got this kid by like height advantage and size advantage overall. So
yeah, because like on the UFC betting show, he says he's cutting from 190 something to like 175. So he can be 175. Yeah, I did not know. A lot of people in here didn't know that Temper was 6'4". So yeah, he's gonna have the
bro,
height
he's
advantage.
so big. All the FaZe guys are huge.
Like he's gonna have the height advantage. I assume he's gonna have the reach advantage, and he has the combat sports history advantage. So it's gonna be to me. It's gonna be the best fight of the whole night. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, you know what, Sam, man, I'm gonna, I'm trying to get this all figured out so that we can make it and be on this card because I think that it would really help the event out. I think they're doing something great at Showstar, and I think they need a little bit more star power. And
I agree.
It's what I don't know what it is because obviously they have stars on the card. Deji's a star, Temper's a star,
King Candy.
and I feel like they're carrying the event though. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that Vitaly and Alex Wasabi are great, but I think they're almost too, like, their fan base is almost like too much of a casual fan base. It's not like a hyper-focused fan base the same way FaZe Clan is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense in a weird way. And no disrespect to any of those guys. They're all great.
I got you. Look like there are fan bases, and then there are paying fan base. Look what KSI Logan did with Prime.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's selling out everywhere. That's a paying fan base.
For sure. Well, it's like a cult following, right? People are very invested in it. He's almost got more of a casual fan base.
Okay, it's going like in and out. It's kind of going in and out.
Yeah.
They don't take with every single piece. Yeah, just a different type of fan base, man. And I think that the event would be great if obviously if me and FaZe Cay, if me and Frazier Kay get on it. I think it makes the event, a much stronger. And definitely, I think that obviously if this one goes well, they're going to play in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think that it makes a lot of sense. The storyline is there. And with that all being said, everything. If you got any questions, let me know. But I just pulled up to my jiu-jitsu gym, so I'm about to go train. So yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got questions for Overtflow before he gets out?
I do.
Do you have any idea how many rounds your fight with Kay would be, or the other undercards are?
I don't know how many rounds they would be. I would assume that they're only going to do like 3 rounds or 4 rounds. Probably like I would imagine that most of the fights are going to be like 3-minute rounds or something. Is what I would think.
Okay, George.
Okay.
Or Waffle. Whoever wants to answer.
I'll go ahead. First of all, Overtflow, I've been waiting for your return to boxing for a while, and I'm really excited to hear that you and Frazier Kay will get into it. But my question is, compared to the Sensei fight, what would be different in your camp? Like, if this fight is official, what would be different in your camp, and how would you try to pull out the W?
Well, as far as the Sensei fight was concerned, he was obviously the best guy on the card. So, and I didn't have a lot of time to train. I actually didn't get my contract for that until maybe like 3 or 4 weeks out from the fight. So I didn't even know that I was going to be like fighting. Like, yeah, we were talking about it, but it wasn't a confirmed thing. So I trained with my friend Hasim Rahman. His dad is Hasim Rahman. So he's Hasim Rahman Jr., but his dad was the heavyweight champ. I trained with some of the Mayweather sparring partners. I did a couple things like that, but I really couldn't do much before that fight. I just didn't have the time, and I certainly didn't have the time to catch up to like Sensei's level of experience. So for this fight right here, I mean, I already feel like pretty decent because I know that Frazier already got into it. Like I would consider myself, more. I would consider myself better than Frazier, obviously, but at the same time, I'm still a beginner, man. I'm still a beginner striker compared to people who actually do this. Like I'm above average. I'm above the average guy, maybe walking around, like walking down the street. But I'm still, in boxing, I'd be like a blue belt in boxing as far as like jiu-jitsu terms are concerned.
Gotcha. Anybody else got any questions? Okay, I'll do one quick one Overflow, man. Right now, I know you know the Showstar lineups. Your prediction right now: who wins main event, co-main event, and the other 2 fights?
Deji wins because I love Deji. Temper wins. He's gonna hit this man with a temper shot. It's not even a fair fight. You got Temper in there. He's a monster in there. Who else? Vitaly probably wins his because he's crazy. And then who else is fighting?
Arms and Minicon
versus two heavyweights, two legit
heavyweights.
Arms.
His arms are so big, bro. How could you not vote for Arms? You know, and I've only seen his videos, so him. And then
okay.
I don't know. I think that you know what? So I don't know how much is out there. I was actually talking to Busta Breezy. I don't know if you know that kid. He's the fake running man on TikTok. He's got like 3 million followers.
I think so.
They wanted me to fight him originally, and he's like the homie. Like I found him when he had like 200K. And now he's got like 3 million. He blew up recently. He's super funny, man. Busta Breezy, shout out him. But he's supposed to be fighting on this card. He was gonna fight me, but I think they found him somebody else. If he fights on it, Busta Breezy got my vote too. So that's all.
He might be fighting Ham.
Maybe Ham, yeah.
I like that kid. I've been talking to him recently too. Good kid. Oh shoot, yeah, that he might be fighting him. Well, I like Ham too. So if they end up fighting each other, then I hope that it's a great fight and it's a draw and they both win.
Well, all right, Overflow, man. I'm very, happy you stopped by, answered the question with us. We've been trying to do this for a while. Our schedules finally linked up. And yeah, man, whenever you're fighting, I'm also glad you, like you said, like you and Frazier have storylines. People think just because you have beef, you have to hate. You ain't got something you just gotta see who's the better man, who's the better
bro. And the other thing, man, with something like that is sometimes you have to get these storylines all together that make sense, because if you look at it, man, like Frazier versus some random kid from TikTok might not do that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or me versus some random guy might not sell that well. But me versus FaZe Kay, when I have ties to the first fight against FaZe Sensei, I've worked with the FaZe guys. We got the whole storyline of that can be played up. I think that's like a match where you actually pull an absurd amount of viewers out of that. People have to look at the big picture. They think that if you just take one random influencer with 1 million followers and one random Instagram model with 3 million followers or whatever, they don't always do well. Like they don't always create sparks for the fans. It's not interesting to everybody. But when you get the right people, and that's what I believe.
Well, all right, man. I want to hold your brain longer, man. Thank you. And I'm doing another tourist race tomorrow on Wednesday. So if you ever see this, we're live. Go, you're more welcome to jump on, man, and speak with us.
Awesome. Yeah, bro, I'm so busy. Just always shoot me like a DM.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm around and I'm available, I'll hop in. But if I'm not, I probably just won't reply, bro. It's like I just be doing so much stuff, and I try to hop in, and it's just so tough for me to plan things because I'm terrible at it.
Hey, it's all good, man. Appreciate it. I hope you and the fight happen. Like you have some experience, and again, it'd be a good scrap. That's why I wouldn't mind seeing.
It would be a fun fight, and I love Frazier. He's a great kid. One time I went to the Clout House, and he made me a drink, and I think he tried to kill me because it was 95% 95% alcohol and 5% juice, and I almost died. So
one more thing
for what he did to me, with that horrible drink, I'm gonna have to put hands on him.
One more thing, Jarvis versus the Moneykicks situation. What's your thoughts?
Oh, well, first off, Moneykicks is never going to be fighting Jarvis because Jarvis is just too tough for him. And also, Jarvis is going to be fighting. So, get this, ready? FaZe Cay versus Overtflow. FaZe Jarvis versus my little brother, Caden Kicks. He's got like 50,000 TikTok followers. Kind of popping.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Ooh.
We got the brothers versus brothers trial by combat.
Okay. You know what? I actually sent a tweet as a Jarvis should move on because Moneykicks, him saying that like again, this is my issue with social knockout. They don't want to pay people. When Adam Sala he lost and when Sharks won the rematch, they said, "Oh, you asked for too much money." When Jarvis said, "Yo, let's fight Moneykicks," "Oh, you asked for too much money." When they have the baby performing, like you can't say, "Oh, you asked for too much money" when you have musical artists performing at the event. And I know those are six figures.
No, 100%, man. That's the thing. Like these companies have to understand that the people need to get paid for sure. Because like, look at this facts, bro. Like, without saying too much about my deals and stuff, but I get deals for like for live streams where I play video games, I get $10,000 deals to play video games for 2 hours. I'm not about to go hop in a ring and get my eyeball punched out of my head for $3,000. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what it is. So, but as far as that whole thing is concerned, Jarvis absolutely stomps Moneykicks, but Moneykicks would never get in the ring with Jarvis, and that's a soundbite. Clip it, chat, clip it, send it to Jarvis.
I got you.
Big facts, big facts, man. But yeah, like it's like again, Jarvis would not take that money to take a dive for frog kicks. He just wouldn't.
Yep.
No, Jarvis is a beast. All right, guys, I really got to get out of here, man. You guys have a good night, though, for sure. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Man, today's been legendary, man.
Yeah.
It really has been.
Yo.
And
I even saw the Blood Brothers in here.
Yeah, like they're real cool people. Like the dude who owns